So I've walked a considerable way down this road, and now it's time to walk back. So there's so much interesting buildings, interesting businesses tucked away down here. And I've driven down the road many, many times, but this is the first time I've walked it. And I was getting my teeth cleaned earlier. Very important. And I thought, I'll just go ahead and walk way down this road. Now I've probably been walking about 25 minutes, but it's a very straight road, as you can tell. And it goes down to, I guess that's Deer Park. And now we're walking all the way back. So you can see up here, maybe about 300 yards, we're coming to the edge of this town that's seen significant growth in the past 10 or 20 years. And we're right now, and we're about to even be in, I guess, when we actually step foot into the town. I guess you'd consider it the Po side of town. And you can see there's so many little businesses tucked in and amongst everything here. Some of these, I swear, are shell companies or shelf companies that might have significant funds at their disposal, but you almost never see any cars parked outside the businesses. And here's one of the few bars in this area I've not been to, although I'd like to go at some point, just to see what types of people frequent such an establishment. You can see a major warehouse. I've never even really noticed how large this warehouse is, despite driving down this road probably like 100 times over the course of my life. But you can see more little, I've heard of this, I remember a girl in elementary school was associated with this entity, this dancing school, I guess it is. And now you can see we're coming up right on the edge of the border here. I'll just show you some. Oh, here's a sign. Leaving second into Blue Eye. Just check out some of these crazy businesses. Scuba diving. And there's like really no place to do that. I guess there's some lakes, scuzzy lakes. Most of them are a good distance away. We're in Cincinnati, so there's a river, the Ohio River. I can't imagine people are scuba diving in it. And in this building I saw, you see it says United Steelworkers. My grandfather was a that's interesting. And it looks like nobody's been in, it's really not been a business in there. There's not been a business in there for some time. Got tool rental. And let's just cross the street here. See what's going on over here. second here. You can see there's a little sleepy street down there. You can donate your vehicle. And the incongruous Tesla coming down a very, I would say, you can see some of the houses over there. It's just very sleepy. A lot of traffic down this road. See, there's a burst pipe or something that I walked over. This was actually a Tesla dealership for a long, long time. And I just noticed that it's now just a body shop. It doesn't look like anybody's at the body shop. This is a Range Rover dealership. It's actually very cool back there. I might have to do a video on that. They have like this obstacle course for driving the Range Rovers. There's like a lake with very weird sculptures and statues. And I had, just maybe 6 months ago, I think it was Thanksgiving Day actually. I knew there'd be nobody at the dealership. So I walked around it. Very interesting. I'll show that in good time. I just want to go down this road. And we're crossing the highway, so we're getting towards the end here. Well, actually, I would like to cross this rail bridge. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I haven't crossed that. So when these cars pass, I make a run for it. Let's see what's going on the rail bridge. I like to cross every bridge I come to. So I crossed the main road bridge before. So let's check out what's going on here. Steel with I don't think that's a color I've ever seen on a bridge. It's kind of like a robin's egg color. I'm sure no trains are coming, but I noticed the timber. I walked down the tracks just a little bit. I noticed the timber is in a significant state of disrepair. Look at this. And you can tell trains have been running on it. See how shiny the rail is. Look at this. Unbelievable. But I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm sure they would have repaired it if it had. Got a florist. This is another, see, there's a bunch of businesses here. And there are some cars parked on the other side. But they just look, and that door was even open, but all these businesses just look like nobody's going in on them. So I don't know how they stay in business, but they obviously are doing it somehow. And I'm gonna have to cross here because I don't like walking on these, what do they call this, on railroads, there's a term for it, but after a while, I swear it's gonna hurt your ankles. But here's another interesting building. And I don't know if people are living in these or what. There's businesses. It's like an old refrigerator in there. And here's kind of what the houses look like on this side of town. There's a rich side of town, a very wealthy side, and then there's this side, which is not really poor. It's just like blue collar, working class. So, probably gonna walk on the sidewalk now. Cross the road soon. You can hear people hammering at things. This is, they're building new houses, and they knocked down the little house, built a big one. It could be useful for something. Look at all this. Railroad ties. Yeah. I think I might like one of these, actually. My great-grandfather, worked on the railroads in starting in the 30s. So it would be kind of an interesting thing to have. What else do we have here? It'd be interesting to find like a bunch of money or a rare Krieghoff Luger or something. But I think I'll take a railroad tie. Let me try to find one in the best shape. What do we have here? Oh. That one looks good. Interesting. I didn't know they had them in... This one seems a considerable bit shorter. Interesting. What else do we have here? I think I'll take this one. It's my keepsake for the day. I don't know if I'm supposed to take those, but they seem discarded. It looked interesting. Of course, if they contact me and they want it back, I suppose I would have to do that. But yes, I don't possess one of these. It'll be a nice memento. So we'll continue on. You can see some of these cars. I haven't seen a car like that in years. What is that even? Is that a Mercury? Probably runs the... let's take a look. Up on the end here. I'll probably turn this off when I get to the stop sign, or maybe a little past it. I'm kind of curious about this car, so I kind of want to take a look. Okay, interesting. And here we got another, basically a body shop, Collision Glass. So many businesses in this town, Blue Ash. You can look it up. And there's some huge businesses too, like Ethicon, which is what's the big parent brand of that? Ethicon Endosurgery. I can't think of it. there's a ton of money coming into this town. It doesn't really look like it. But, oh, I can't think of the name. Ethicon Surgery, whatever. Of course, it's like the type of company everybody wants to work for. And I see a lot of these houses I was saying, especially down here, they're all kind of almost carbon copies of each other if you go down this road. And there were squirrels rummaging in that garbage can when I walk by. You can hear them still. You see some great trees. Huge. Tremendous trees. Look at this. Unimaginable. But there it is. And you got the church. And we'll probably end it right here at the bus stop. Hunt Road. Oh, look at this. I've never seen a pine tree that big. And I've driven down here so many times, never noticed it. And a squirrel staking its claim at the base. See it right here? Wow. Big old Norway spruce. And go to the bus stop. When is there, we'll have some quiet so we can gather our thoughts. Blue ash. I actually used to know this kid. I don't know what happened to him. I've been in that house right there. But, yeah, a railroad tie or stake. I think that's what it is. Railroad stake. But still, the sound is getting to me. Nothing in the garbage. And of course, it's a little more quiet here, but I think you get the idea. A very, I would say, sleepy town, but it's a weekday. But there's not much going on in the town. There's people passing through, but I think that's enough. I think you get the idea. Good day.